So you know what I realized this year is, with the 90s and early 2000s sort of coming back into trend, which was, when I was in my teen years, my very pivotal years. But I realized all of my teen years were just a transition through different trends. Here I thought I was all moody and unique. Nope. Turns out, just trendy.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like. Hey, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like.
Hey there, fashion friends. Welcome to today's episode. I'm very happy that you've joined me here today. If you are new here on this channel, I speak to taking a minimalist approach to our fashion, but without losing our own personal edge or our own personal creativity. Along with that, I like to share how you can incorporate trends into your wardrobe without losing its timeless integrity. And if you want even more content, make sure to head down to the description and click the link and sign up with your email to become a part of my weekly newsletter, Hey Fashion Friends, and not miss out on articles like I will be posting tomorrow, Fashion for All, celebrating inclusive style and body positivity. All right, so today we are talking about trendy style types for 2023 that are timeless. So in last week's episode, I spoke to starting your own edgy classic wardrobe. So these are sort of style types that I think are trendy, but as well as that, there are just have like a little bit of edge, and they can be a good contrast to your more classic pieces to kind of give that balance, to give that elevation, and to make a lot of these a little bit more approachable and everyday. So first I'll be sharing the style types and what they are and how you can incorporate them into your everyday. And at the end, I will share why I think all of these can work in a timeless way as well. All right, so let's get started. Number one is grunge. Grunge emerged in the 1990s as a rebellious fashion trend linked to alternative rock. It features disheveled or oversized clothing like flannel shirts, ripped jeans, and leather jackets. So easy ways to incorporate this into your sort of everyday life, into your edgy classic wardrobe. So as we know, currently the more oversized fits are definitely more on trend. And I love this because I think oversized definitely gives more room to play with. You can, manipulate the silhouettes a lot more, and they are a great contrast to those tighter fits. So you can have a lot of fun with those combinations. Another one that's great for this to just kind of bring in as a little touch of grunge is Doc Martens. Is like the sort of combat boot vibe. This is very grunge, very 90s, and is very classic in the sense of it's just been around for years and it's going to be around for more years. So it's a great one that you can just add that little touch of edge to any sort of casual look, and it's going to elevate it. Number two is urban schoolgirl. So this trend is inspired by traditional school uniforms, of course, often incorporating elements like plaid skirts, collared blouses, A-line mini dresses, knee socks, and loafers. Definitely one that is coming back around, especially for summer. I have more of these sort of baby doll dresses, the mini A-line dresses. I died for these type of dresses when I was really little, when I was like in the early 90s. Oh, I loved a baby doll dress. But ways that you can kind of incorporate this into your everyday life is, again, you don't have to take it super literal. You don't have to be like, oh, what? Like, I don't want to be dressing like a schoolgirl. No, just you can incorporate it in like little ways. Like, I'm sure most of us, a lot of us have loafers in our closet. This is an easy one that's just can kind of incorporate and elevate those casual looks. Another one that I think is just like a little detail that packs a punch that is very schoolgirl is the knee-high socks. I think this looks great with a pair of woven shorts. This will kind of add a little bit of that edge, a little bit of that, detail of the schoolgirl. You can just kind of dissect this one and bring it in just little ways into your wardrobe, or maybe it's that you just are like full on embracing it. But I think for what we were talking about last week with the edgy classic, there are just some great little pieces that you can pull from this to then contrast with your, key classic pieces. And we'll get into more of the key classic foundation pieces that I was speaking to in a future video as well. Number three is minimalist. Near and dear. Other ones that are sort of similar to this is normcore and quiet luxury, as we have all seen has taken the internet by storm. But this emphasizes a pared down aesthetic with neutral colors, basic silhouettes, and a lack of excessive ornamentation. Minimalist outfits often feature monochromatic looks, sleek tailoring, and high quality fabrics, creating an understated and timeless elegance. So this is a big part of my style, so I'm very much, on board with this. I think sometimes just having that more pulled back minimalist sort of look is actually almost in itself sort of edgy because it's very bold. I think it's bold to be minimalist because there is no distractions. There is no sort of, you know, hiding behind anything. It's just like you're there, you know, your style is there. I think what is brilliant about this style type is it's really easy to incorporate because it's more just about stripping things back and letting certain pieces do the talking. Number 4 is gothic chic. I think most of us are pretty familiar with gothic. However, now I think it's just kind of transitioning into a more elegant, chic sort of vibe. I think it's just been being softened a little bit. So this style type combines elements of gothic fashion with a modern, sophisticated twist. It embraces dark and dramatic aesthetics, featuring black clothing, lace details, corsets, and leather accents. The style balances edginess and elegance. This one is great for bringing in those little edgy details to kind of contrast with your more classic sort of vibe. And again, very timeless. These are all very timeless things, you know, leather, lace, mesh, black clothing, velvet, and these are all probably things that you already have in your closet. For the lace, it's kind of about being a little bit more edgier with it and maybe pairing it with over top like a bra top, a crop top. But again, the easiest way to incorporate this into your everyday is just by pulling 1 or 2 of these things and then contrasting it with your more casual, sophisticated pieces. A great example of this is the corset. A lot of people are getting real into the corsets. So wearing a corset top with like a pair of casual jeans, and maybe it's like a real casual cardigan over top it, or maybe it's a blazer over the top of it. It's just sort of, again, just pulling those little things to incorporate with your more everyday sort of vibe. And ultimately what that then does is it sort of rounds it out, it sort of balances it out and makes it a little bit more approachable for your everyday sort of life. Now again, maybe you are somebody that is just fully wants that, you know, gothic chic sort of vibe, and that is totally fine. The idea of what we're talking about here today is how you can incorporate these into an edgy classic style. And that is what we spoke about last week on last week's episode. In that episode, I spoke to how you can really make it your own. Edgy classic doesn't have to be this really literal sort of parameter, and you can really incorporate things that you love and are more to your taste and still get that edgy classic vibe. So gothic chic is a great one for this because it packs a punch with that edge, with that contrast. So it's a great option. So how are these all timeless? If you really break down each of these style types, if you really dig deep into the different pieces that are incorporated in each of these, they are all classic, timeless pieces that have been around for years, that have really proven their value within the fashion world. And a lot of times have been recycled and retransformed into different trends, but are always there. They're always the underlining sort of foundation to these trends. So in the end, they really are just timeless pieces. So you don't have to take it as literal as saying, oh, these things are trendy and they're gonna go out of style, so there's no point to them, or being on the other end of the spectrum and being like, ooh, I'm gonna buy these because they're on trend, and then when they're not on trend, I'm gonna get rid of them. I think you can find that sort of happy medium of, ooh, this is on trend, oh cool, but I really just like this sort of style type. This really speaks to me. So I'd really like to incorporate this into my own personal style and know that I can kind of fresh it over the years into different styles and different trends as the years go on. Always sort of breaking things down to their foundation, breaking things down to their core. And that's really what a lot of these style types are. So I think biggest takeaway for today is that yes, these are trendy currently and they are on the trend lists, and by incorporating these into your wardrobe, you will definitely be on trend. However, with that, I'd say don't invest into anything that doesn't really truly speak to you and your sort of expression, to your own personal creative expression, to your own personal creativity, because 1, it won't contribute to your personal confidence, and 2, you're not going to want to keep it over the years and continue to sort of get inspired by it and to kind of refresh it over the years. Okay, I feel like I'm saying a lot of words. Hopefully when I come to edit this all makes sense. I think that is it for today. I hope that this video was helpful for you. If there are any questions that you have about what I've talked about here today, make sure to comment down below and I will definitely try my best to answer any of those questions that you have. But definitely have conversations with each other as well. That's why we have this channel. That's why we have the comment section, is for you all to connect to each other as a community as well. If you enjoyed today's episode, you know what I'm gonna ask you to do. Give me that thumbs up, comment below, share with your friends, and subscribe for future weekly episodes. And as well as that, click the little bell to get notified when I post my new episodes. You guys have a beautiful, lovely, wonderful rest of your day. Stay healthy, stay safe, love, and support each other. And we will definitely be chatting soon. Bye.